Welcome back to Whitt Acres. Today we're going to continue working on Mumbles Tributary, setting stone and building the stairs. Now we had a beautiful morning this morning, but now some dark clouds are rolling through and I'm thinking we might get some rain. We got a little bit, just enough to dampen the concrete. So we need to try and get the work done with the backhoe out there before a storm comes through and makes the field all muddy and messy. The last video we already got started, so make sure to watch that one first. But we got the 6 main stones set on the stairs, and I hear thunder rumbling out there. So we're gonna try and get out there and finish setting the bigger stone first. After setting the original 6 stones, there were still some gaps that I wanna try and fill, so I did pick out a couple more bigger stones for my brothers, and I already picked those up when I checked on Maverick, and I brought those home and unloaded them already. Hop pop, and we did leave Maverick home today. My brother should be home from work early today, so I just went up and checked on Maverick, let him out for a little bit to run around while I picked up the stones. I tried feeding number 3, but he was not hungry. Well, I take that back. He was actually hungry because he was trying to feed off a 40, but he didn't want the bottle from me. So no Maverick today, but we do have Echo Pup's help. We're gonna head out there and try and get these big stones set before any of the storm comes through. Hump Pup. I think he's ready. Let's see what we can get done. Huh, Pup? You ready to get some works done? Good boy. Nice. You pretty pup. That's starting to look better, pup, don't you think? We started closing the gaps on these steps here. That's gonna make it a lot easier to get the water to flow over the top of the rock. And I'm pretty sure I have it where every step steps up slightly. So all the way up, we should get a stepping down waterfall. Pup, you don't need to yell at the killdeer. But now is where the puzzle piecing really gets going. We have some bigger rock over here we can still use. And I do want to get some of those bigger rock on that back hillside, hold that dirt in place. And then the smaller stone I brought down yesterday for my brother, I want to try and fill in all the little gaps. And I think I am going to have to get some gravel to try and finish this off. I don't think there's going to be any way around it. It's just the best thing to fill in these back gaps. And I'm going to try and fill in these back gaps between each stone so we can actually get the water to pull and go over each of these steps. That's going to be a little bit harder to do, and we're going to be using the waterfall foam for that. So we're going to try and tighten up the gaps as much as possible first. But so far we haven't got too much rain here. It's just sprinkling a little bit, keeping the dust down on the road. Pup. But I think more is coming. Mumbles. Good birds. Pup. Did someone come home, pup? You staying cool, pup? I know there's not a lot of shade options out here. And we are running out of stone options too. I think I have pretty much everything I can get placed. And, oh, I just fell over. I just backed up and fell over. I'm fine, just tired. But we are making progress here, and I am liking it more and more with each rock. Now, I'm definitely gonna have to go up to my brother's and pick up some more stone. I might go up there tomorrow and do that, get some more of those medium-sized stone. But we probably have all the big stones set that I'm gonna be setting here. I think we did pretty well. But I am sitting on some more big stones that I wanna try and set before we get our next rain. It's dry right now, and we are expecting a good bit of rain later this week. So I think the move today is to stay in the backhoe and keep moving big rocks. These ones that I'm sitting on, I moved down to the water's edge. They're gonna be going into the harbor here, and I wanna set them up on edge so they're sticking up out of the water. I have a shallow section in here, kind of right at the edge of the spillway, curving around where we have these stakes. I want to create a little safe harbor here for the dogs to go out and get a drink. They can lay down in the shallow water, and I'll also be able to launch the boat out of here. So we'll just call it the harbor. So I picked out some more rectangular, taller rocks here, and we're going to try and set these 3 in, and I don't know about that one. I think we'll do the shorter one, medium one, and then the tall one. And the most important thing here is I can't drop the rocks. Now, as you know, all plans are subject to change, and I'm actually thinking this is not a good time to set up the harbor. I'm just one person up here and a pup, so I really don't have the extra hand to maneuver these rocks. And we're not gonna have a big margin here to get these rocks set where I want them, so I'm gonna have to wait for my dad's help. I'm gonna have to have him in the backhoe, and then I'll be in the water to help position the rocks. But I don't think this is something I'm gonna be able to do by myself. So I started getting a little carried away there, but I don't think we're gonna be able to do that too today. But I am liking the progress we're able to make here on the Tributary. What, pup? Big bird? It's way out there. I see him. Good eye, pup. Good eye. Now, we still do have some daylight left, so I'm going to look through the POW here, see if there's any others I can get moved around. But I need to get a drink, and then we'll see what else we can get done. Come on, pup. Let's go cool down. Alright, I think that's all the stones I have available right now. We got them all placed. The tributary is definitely not done. We need some more stone, but it will work as we had it before. It'll run water down into the pond whenever I drain the barnyard pond without eroding the bank. So we did it. All we can do today. Up. What do you think, Pup? That's all we can do. That's a lot of stone we got moved. And we have our staircase coming down into the pond. Pup. You good looking pup. This is gonna work out good. I need kind of a flat stone for right here to do the top of the waterfall. And then we're gonna need some medium and smaller ones to fill in this top, which I still can get from my brother, so we'll be able to finish this off with all the same stone. I'll be able to bring down some of the smaller and medium stuff that we can finish off the tributary with. And then there still is some bigger stone up there that I'll be able to bring down for other projects and around the beach area. But I'm gonna have to wait till we have a machine up at my brother's to help load them, because those are a little bit too big for myself. Pup. But I was able to get some stones set over here along the bank side, so we have some stones I can walk up to and stand on. I mean, if you see a rock like that, you're gonna wanna come over and stand on it. And I got them nice and solid in here, so whenever somebody stands on them, they don't go tumbling into the pond. And we have a few going down the line, so if you're fishing or just wanting to see a different angle of the pond, you can walk up and stand on another stone. Perfect. And a gorgeous view. Pup. I got some more set back here, and I am gonna add some more medium and smaller stone, maybe a few big stone too, going around the back side of the garden. And we got a few more laid across the bank here. And I definitely want to add some more stone to the back garden area too, and around the front of the green bank. But everything I have here we already got placed, so we'll have to wait till we can bring some more down. Pup, and I think it's almost time to close the barn. Mumbles. Yeah, they would sleep outside right there on the hill if I'd let them. It's just not safe. Got the chickens out. The bonnies. And the frogs are starting to sing. Pup. Now the next project we're going to be working on Mumbles Pond with is going to be the harbor. Like I said, I'm going to need my dad's help. I don't know if I'll be able to get that this weekend or not. But we're going to be setting these in to frame the harbor out. And then I also want to get some gravel to put in there, so it's not so muddy whenever I walk in there to get on the boat and stuff. But like I said, we're going to be setting these in to frame the harbor off, and then I also want to fill that in with some gravel or sand, so whenever I go in there or the dogs go in there, we don't stir up a bunch of mud. I do eventually want to try and get the pond pretty clear. But alright guys, that's going to be all for this one. I used up all my energy and we still have to close the barn. So if you want to keep following along with everything here at Whitt Acres, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit that like button before you leave, and you can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching. Pup.